What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Kida Love Tea, checking in on this windy Sunday. At this present moment, the Eagles are not winning, but it's okay because they've been winning. And it's okay. We can't always cross every T and dot every I, and we're not always going to win. Which brings me to this topic I'm going to talk about, right? It is ironic, y'all, how when you separate yourself from people, places, and things, and you start to see the truth. The best moments is when you separate yourself from people, places, and things. You know what the sad part is? People don't want to separate themselves. You know why? Because they're afraid of being alone. They're afraid of loneliness. They're afraid of taking the mask off. Okay? And I noticed that for the past year, I haven't really been talking to many people. I've been alone. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. See, there's a difference. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I don't seek validation from people. I don't need people to be around me in order to enjoy my time. Quite naturally, I like it that way. It's more peaceful and less drama. You know, people come with drama. You know, there's a lot of people that's full of drama and they bring the drama. There's people that is full of hatred and jealousies and they bring that. Okay. So I don't know. I just had this moment where I just thought that I would share another story. And I'm going to try not to be long on this one. But for the past year, I've noticed so much just being by myself and allowing God to minister to me and allowing God to show me what it is that I need to see. I've deleted people from my Facebook page. And of course, I mean, if they care, they care. If they don't, they don't. I'm not worried about it. But I noticed that when I started deleting people, the energy became lighter. And I still got more to delete because I am going to come on Facebook. But at this present moment, I just want to delete the negative spirits that I feel when I look at certain people, okay? Because God has revealed it to me, what they are and who they really are. So, and I'm sorry to say, ain't no sorry to say, and it's a shame to say, that is some of my so-called friends, okay? Now, you know, we've become so accustomed to social media to where we have separated the normal way of responding to people. I notice a lot of people don't want to deal with their stuff. They avoid a lot. When people come in my presence, I want to talk about things, period, you know, certain things. But I noticed that the only time people want to be surrounded or want to be around me is when they need healing. Okay. When they done exhausted all of their resources and all of the so-called friends that they was around I ain't gonna say the so-called, but because family, they are chosen by God. But you know, your family members that you know for a fact don't care for you, because I don't care if we're blood related. Your blood relation can still dislike you, okay? And be jealous of you and be envious of you. Don't want to see you prosper. They don't like the fact that you came from the same lineage, but at the same time, you're doing different from them. They don't like that. So it took me to really open my eyes and to really be by myself in order to really see the truth. And there was a lot of my friends that know, or my so-called friends, I call them frenemies. that know that when you come around me, you get nothing but love. But because they don't know how to deal with it, they don't know how to take me. Some become intimidated by me. They don't want to give me my props, and it's fine because I know you learn from me. I know you do. I know you learn from me. There's a lot of my friends that met people through me, and I don't have a problem because I love people. I love bringing people together. But don't try to act like you knew them when you met them through me. Okay? You know nothing about these people because you met them through me. And because I am one of those kinds of people that love to see people come together, have fun, enjoy their lives, I don't toot my own horn because I know it can become easy to become haughty, and I'm going to always remain humble. But I do know my worth. And all of you that say you are my friend, that don't check up on me, you don't call me, and I think y'all don't call me is because y'all know that y'all can't get over, well, you can't talk bullshit and think I'm going to agree with your bullshit. Now, I'm the type of friend that will hold you accountable. Yep. I'm the type of family member that will hold you accountable. And the reason why I will hold you accountable is because I want to see you grow. I want to see you live a life of freedom, a life of empowerment, a life of allowing God's blessings to flow. But if you keep associating yourself with low vibrational people, you're going to stay stuck just like they are. So for those of you, and if you are one of my friends and you're watching this video, I'm not chasing you anymore. If I've reached out to you and you don't reach out to me, don't expect to hear from me. If I have invited you to certain functions, please don't think I'm going to invite you again. I'm just going to stick with the people that show up. And I know certain things come up, but you know, when people say to me, oh, well, when we going to hang out? When we going to do this? I'm saying to myself, well, I'm always available. It's up to you. I hope that you don't think that I'm going to be making these plans when you're the one who said it. And this is why it really annoys me when it comes to folk. You want better, but you don't want to change to get better. You want better, but you continue to keep surrounding yourself with people that you know don't care for you. You want better, but yet you don't want to deal with your personal demons, you know, your inner struggles, and yet want to project that onto somebody else. You want happiness, but you don't even know how to make your own self happy. You bored because you don't even know how to spend time with yourself. That's why you're bored. You don't know how to at least allow this time that you are by yourself to have a conversation with God all about the people you're around and the things that you've been doing that ain't been getting anywhere. What tickles me is that people learn from me and then they will go off and make it seem like they're living what they're saying. And that's hypocritical. Okay? Very hypocritical. If you know that you are harboring envy and jealousy, hatred in your heart towards someone, you're not right. What did our girl said it? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Okay? You can't win. You ain't gonna get nowhere thinking that you're going to get away with being wicked like that. Okay? And for those that say you love God, you know God, and you're still struggling to understand God, you need to stop being around people that don't know God. If you say that you are on God's side, then you need to be amongst those who are on God's side. You can't be in and out. You can't be flippy floppy. Okay? And again, I thank God for Yahweh. I thank Jehovah for Yahweh, because all I say is, if it wasn't for the blood that was shed for me, and I'm saying this is personal for me. If you know who the Lord is, then it becomes personal for you. Had it not been for the Lord that shed his blood for me and the redemption, okay, in the blood that was shed, I wouldn't even be here right now, even giving you this video, telling you that peace is possible. But if you have no peace, it's because you don't know who God is. If you know peace, then you know who God is. And I said this before on one of my posts before, some time ago. But I don't know. I just wanted to come in and say, people will make time for those that they want to spend time with. And if you're low vibrational, you're always going to surround yourself with people that don't give two craps about you, and you know it, but yet you still keep being around them. You still keep glorifying them. You still keep acting like you, like they bringing you something. And the ones that really God sent in your life, you run from. You know why you run from people like me? Is because you don't want to change. And you know why you run from people like me? Is because you don't want to take a look at yourself. And you know how you run away? You know why you run away from people like me? Is because you're guilty. You're guilty of the very thing that you know within yourself that people are talking about. Okay? Now, I'm not here to judge nobody, because the word of God already done it. Okay? Because the Bible says to take the mote first out of your own eye in order for you to see the plank in your brother's eye. And then you can successfully take it out of his eye. So I see a mote in the eyes of those that's supposed to be my friends, that say that they love me. But where is the love? Where is it? I've shown y'all time and time again, even the times those that I've been on the phone with hours and hours ministering to you, when you couldn't turn to your so-called friends and your so-called family that you put on a pedestal. When you're going through something, I have took hours, drained my own energy just to make sure you was okay. And I don't even get a thank you. But I'm not mad. You know why? Because God rewards me. But he will remove you out of my life. And I'm seeing God do that more and more. Removing people out of my life. Allowing them to distance themselves because they ain't right. Okay? And people will move away from your life because they ain't right. Okay? No, I don't play little dumb games. Yes, I do like to have fun, and everything has its time and its place. And yes, I fall short of the glory of God, and I don't pretend like I don't. And so that's why I don't like the hypocrisy that I see, because I don't pretend that I cross every T and dot every I. But what I will say is the things that I am delivered from, that I will help you in. And if I've been delivered from those low vibrational things like jealousy, envy, hatred, unforgiveness, resentment, what's the other low vibrational energies, spirits. I've been delivered from wanting what somebody else got. And I've been delivered from that when my children was little, because I found out that even in my 20s, that just because you got money don't mean you shit. I mean, don't make you so on nothing, because it's only material stuff. People can dress up they wicked ways all they want, but I see it. And that's the reason why they don't want to be around me. And it's fine, because I don't need you to be in my life anyway, because you bringing problems. You're bringing, situations that I don't need to be dealing with. I would rather be with those that love me. And if that means my children, my grandchildren, I'm fine with that too. If that means just my man, I'm fine with that too. Because at the end of the day, I will continue to have peace, and I will continue to love those that love me back. Okay? So with that being said, I hope and I pray that if you are one of the ones that is experiencing this with your family and your so-called friends, just know you're not alone. Just know that it's going to be a time where they're going to have to either confess or get away from you anyway, because you're growing, you're learning, you're evolving, you're changing. And most of the time, your family don't want to see that change. That's the reason why they want to keep you stuck. Most of the time, your friends don't want to see that change. That's why they want to keep you stuck. As long as you ain't getting no further than them, they are cool with that. As long as you are doing what they want you to do, they are cool with that. So if your friends and your family, your so-called family and your so-called friends don't want to see you prosper, then it's time for you to let them go. Okay? It's time. And I hope that you got something out of this, because I didn't want to make this video too long today. But if I was to title this video, I would say, love is unconditional. It is not. It cannot be bought. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot thrive in negative environments. And it won't change, because love, God is love. And he loves us so much. And when you when you have a relationship with the Lord, you're not seeking validation from people anymore. But I wanted to encourage you today, and that was just a little short story to let you know, whoever's listening, if you're going through this right now, it's time for you to detach, and it's time for you to get with people that are adders, to get with people that can encourage you in the Lord. It's not about religion. It's about relationship. Okay. And if you are alone and you're lonely, it is because that void is still, you still have not filled that void. You're still not filling that space up with God. If you are bored, I don't know. It just boggles my mind to hear 40 and 50-year-olds, 40 plus and 50 plus and 60 plus year olds say they're bored. How? You have enough life experience to be able to be there for you. If ain't nobody, listen, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I can be in this house all the time and nobody would really know it, because I don't have to go on Facebook or Instagram to tell people anything. I'm content with being alone and being happy and peaceful and being alone. Like, I can put on my music. First, before I put my music on, I have my conversation with the Lord and I start talking to him about everything and everybody. And then once I get it off my chest and off my heart, and I start asking God to lead and guide my steps, that's another thing. And then I hear in my spirit, love on you. And when I love on me, I don't look for validation from people. I never did anyway, because I never had nobody. Okay? It was just always me and my kids. So I've never needed validation from people. And I'm trying to encourage you under the sound of my voice. Stop seeking a validation from people. When you seek validation from people, you're only going to end up being disappointed. And on top of your other mess, now you're disappointed. Okay? Stop expecting people to fix what only God can fix. And that is your heart and that is your mind. But if you keep going back to the same elements, you keep going back to the same slop, like a pig goes back to the slop, then guess what? You're going to have to clean yourself all up all over again. Marquita not doing that no more. For those that know me, know I've ministered to you, know there's plenty of times y'all called me on a slide tip and wanted some encouragement. And then when you got that encouragement, you left me. And you know who you are if you're looking at this video. And again, I'm not calling nobody up. I just want you to understand I know who you are. And may the Lord send a spirit of conviction your way, that you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is real and that he does use whom he chooses. And I know some of y'all don't like to see that I'm a chosen one, because y'all, look, I came from the hood just like y'all. But remember this one thing. We all have a spiritual journey, and that's what we're on. So I want to encourage you today. If you are experiencing this with your so-called friends and your so-called family, And I call them so-called because it's not that, they mean to be, but the devil got them blinded, y'all. The devil got them. They're weak. Those that operate in low vibrations are weak. And that's why I can't be around people that are weak. Okay? So I wanted to come on my video today and say that. And it's going to be plenty more. And I may not be liked after this. And I don't care because really, a lot of people don't like me anyway. But I got a lot of people that love me. Right? So I would rather a lot of people love me. Right? And if you hate me because I'm telling the truth. And if you hate me, you hate God. Why? Because he's the one who gives me the word. He the one who gives me the revelation. Okay? To say what I'm saying. And I'm being transparent with y'all again. Look, my hair ain't even done. I could have got on here and wanted to be all cute. Could have put my eyebrows on because I don't have none. I don't have none. And you know what? I'm fine with that because I'm still beautiful. Yes, I am. I'm beautiful. Even in my Sunday, I'm still laying down, y'all. No, I'm not still laying down. I did go downstairs. I did clean up a little bit, wipe off some things, because Thanksgiving is coming up. But I just wanted to chime in, say what I had to say, because again, I don't want to do it on my Facebook Live, because again, I'm gonna be coming off Facebook. But don't forget, y'all, those that okay. You're evolving, you're learning, you're growing. You can't be around the same people, y'all. You got to detach from them because they will hinder your growth. They will hinder your healing. And what you think, the devil, Satan, will have you confused. So with that being said, I love y'all. I didn't really want to make this video this long, but I love y'all. And my desire is to see you all healed and delivered and being in peace and enjoying your life like me. Yes, I have my challenges. Yes, I got some things going on in my life, but I don't focus on that. You know why? Because I believe God. He's been with me this far, y'all, from my youth up until I'm 50. And I don't have no complaints. I'm telling y'all who gives me peace in the midst of my storms. I'm giving y'all the testimony. No test, no testimony, no mess, no message. Remember that. This is your girl, Miss Kida Love Tea. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and let me know. And even leave a comment and let me know what you want me to talk about, because I'll talk about that too. I don't always have to get on here and talk about, my experiences, but I can talk about some other things as well. And also, look out for my, subscribe to my Patreon, because once I come off that Facebook piece, this is where you will find me. You will find me on my channel, and you will find me on Patreon. And Patreon is a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit more depth of what I discuss, and I talk about relationships, spirituality, okay, and I talk about love. So with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of this beautiful Sunday, and I'll be back.